Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Umineko, and this time, yep, we are going into the story about Lambda Delta. We've been waiting for this probably, right? Like, I don't know how many different characters had their own stories there, but I really hope that there is a story of also Erika. I want to see Erika's story, if there is any. But for now, we're going into Lambda Delta. So, yeah. Lambda is amazing. And let's see how this will go. So, memoirs of the Lambda Delta. Lambda Delta is known as the Witch of the Certainty. Well, the stream of humans wanting their desires granted by her is certainly endless. That's such a truth. Work hard and you will certainly get your wish done. Okay, let's see. In the gratitude for the letter from the other day, relevant fragments included. Oh? Okay. Boredom is poison for us. So to relieve it somewhat, I grant the desire of humans sometimes. Wait! So the first episode Berncaster letter was to Lambda Delta? Really? No. Okay, is this connected somehow to Berncaster letter? Or I'm confusing something. Sorry, it's been a while since I've read the Berncaster letter. Because I'm doing this only like from time to time when I have time to actually record this. So yeah, anyway. So to relieve it somewhat, I grant the desire of humans sometimes. I will grant you one wish. Ah, that sounds so bittersweet. Those words alone could replace sugar for tea for 7 years. Those who hear those words from me get to enjoy their bittersweetness as well. Of course, I also enjoy it. Hearing the kinds of wishes they come up with. After all, it could happen that I will end up meeting a new friend. Unfortunately, my expectations always end up being betrayed. That girl told me that expectations are similar to the tea leaves. You can't make tea without them. It's just hot water. Just why any word must have an appropriate amount of expectations, hopes and dreams. That's why. That was a fitting example for her. If there's too many tea leaves, the tea is even more disgusting to drink than the raw hot water. I can actually agree on this. Like, sometimes when I make a tea, I just like leave it like way too long in the hot water or in general in water. And it's just, yeah, that's not good. And furthermore, I'm not using sugar. So yeah, that's getting even worse. That's why I will use a proper quantity, the amount she taught me, or maybe just a bit less. I can't drink tea that is too bitter, so I don't add a lot of tea leaves. Can I really wish for anything? What's the catch? I'm sick and tired of such boring doubts. In secret, I turn an hourglass upside down. If a stupid human can come up with even a single wish in 5 minutes, they're not good enough to turn into tea, okay? So if the hourglass runs out, I'm out. Goodbye. Here's one of the most annoying wishes that I encountered often. I want you to increase the number of wishes you can grant. Yep, that's the typical genie wish. They try to increase the affinity of 1 to infinity that way. Could it be that those stupid people somehow feel a sense of superiority in that as if they approach creators? Also, there's like also one other thing, like if like you have like genie problem with you know, you cannot wish for more wishes. You know what you should do? write your wishes on the piece of paper, like just like make a shit tons of them, and wish for the things on the paper to be done. That's a one wish. I just put some requests on the paper. It's you know, not, I'm not wishing for more wishes. I just want the thing on paper to be done. However, I get the exact opposite impression from this. I'll grant you one wish, and one wish alone is enough to create an entire universe. Allow me to explain. You might only have one wish, but that doesn't mean you have to wish for a single countable thing. So when they start counting things, it becomes obvious that the miracles they are thinking are worthless. What kind of boring things will a person like that wish for, even if they had hundreds wishes? People like that are worthless. It's the same thing as with the tea. If you reuse the same tea leaves 100 times over, it's obvious that the tea will become even more diluted and unappetizing. That's true. If someone makes this kind of boring wish, I simply tell them, yeah, it's alright, I'll grant you wish. See you later. Okay. Then I disappear. And they just keep waiting for me to come back, thinking of various different wishes. And then they die without even one of them being granted. Yeah, because they're trying to focus on too many things and not working hard towards one goal. And that's how Lambda Delta certainty magic works. You need to wish for something like really important for you and works towards it. And that will certainly happen. Yeah, idiots. After that, the next typical wish is, I want a lot of money. Great. Obviously, this answer is also boring. What's so great about money? Do they think that the traveler in the desert, suffering from hunger and thirst, would jump in happiness saying a wad of bills that they couldn't even eat or drink? This kind of narrow freedom is only used within the framework known as currency system. The narrow-mindedness of such desires. It's truly disappointing. Would a 25-cent coin be useful for a Japanese vending machine? Could you spend 100 yen at a street stall in Africa? When grieving for a loved one, would money help you fully forget them? She have a lot of good points. I want love. I want happiness. Desires like this disappoint me too. Okay? That actually I did not expect it. I could just say, don't worry, you already laughed. You can already be happy. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because of the family, friends. Yeah, that would make their wish come true. So stupid. Love and happiness are similar to air. They feel the world, but you don't notice them at all. As if they're not even there, and without love it cannot be seen. So, just like without air you cannot live, then without love you can't see. Such a cool analogy, actually. People wishing for such obvious things disappoint me. And can I say something else? Love and happiness are so varied as people themselves. Yeah, like happiness for someone else is not the happiness for you. Like everyone is happy for different things. Love and happiness are just generic terms for incredibly wide variety of different phenomena. Those boring people are unable to explain their version of love and happiness without resorting to such abstract terms. So no matter how many decades they live, they won't even actually get to feel neither love nor happiness. Ah, idiots. I want to never lose to anyone. At first that wish interested me slightly. Then I decided that to anyone is too much to ask for. Yeah. There's always someone better. That's why you constantly try to improve. You can't win if there's nobody to fight against. And also that's a very good point, Lambda Delta. That is a very good point. So as soon as such people would defeat their enemies, they would lose their will to live. Even though I could create and destroy entire universes for them. Why do people's wishes never cross the limits imposed by human society? Yeah, this is why they are humans and not witches. And that's why the best opportunity to become a witch are kids. Like they said in Umineko. That's why Maria has such a potential as the witch. That's why Maria said that for Anja it's going to be difficult to become a witch, but she still have the ability. She's still young and stuff. Because this is entirely different point of view. They're like, kids are not corrupted by like society. Basically, they think just like for their dreams, whatever they want and stuff. It's not like, yeah, I don't have money. Yeah, I want money. Yeah, they think of none of this. They might have like very simple wishes, very big wishes. It's different, but it's like the purest wishes you can get, actually, if you think about this. Among all those boring people, I once met a girl who seems to have potential. Are we going to actually go into Maria? Or Anja? Which one it's going to be? It's going to be Anja, right? Because it's the classroom of the university. After spending a little while pondering, she said, "Oh, guarantee my efforts will certainly not be in vain." Also, why I heard two sounds? One second. Who's the second voice? I don't recognize the second voice. One is small Anja, definitely. But who's the second voice? I don't recognize the second voice. Huh. You can let me know in the comments if you recognize that voice. Sometimes people pretend to be philosophers and wish for things they themselves do not understand. She must be one of those types, I thought. Her efforts are not limited by numbers. She was asking for something similar to those who want infinite wishes. But deep inside her eyes, I saw something different from what I see in other people with this kind of wish. Even though the sand in the hourglass ran out, I decided to listen to her story a bit longer. Whose voice is that? Should I know this voice? I'm really curious. Let me know in the comments. Is it Eva, perhaps? Is it Anja and Eva? Yeah. I think it's Anja and Eva. Please confirm or deny it in the comments. I'm not entirely sure, I think it's Eva. Certainly reach the goal. That's not a wish anymore. You must call this determination. And witches call it fate. Wishes that certainly come true don't exactly fit the term determination. This is perhaps better called predestination. But that's not something humans are capable of creating. I saw the radiance of the soul close to mine at that time. She wanted just a single thing. A wish that she would certainly be able to grant herself predestination. Make me believe in my own power. I thought it was interesting. I decided that I could grant that wish. But before I did that, I thought I would double check, just in case. I wanted to know the actual goal of her predestination. That she would certainly reach, as she claims. Perhaps she hasn't surpassed the humanity level just yet. Perhaps she's another boring person. But I have already gathered the tea leaves. I was certain that she would live up to my expectations.
教えなさいよ。あなたの本当の願いは何？あなたが絶対に叶えるという。私は神になります。
Okay. That's unexpected. That one worked. It was enough to make me certain. Oh wait! I think this is the reference to become a creator. Become a god. Like being able to create universes. To make stories. To become a creator. Oh! So she wishes to become a writer. Oh, okay. I granted her wish. I guaranteed that her efforts would not be in vain. Her determination to me was already as good as fate. And to her, my guarantee had become fate as well. That's why everything she experiences from now on will be fate. But her fate actually has a weak point. Her determination is the root of her wish, so if she loses that, everything will end. Besides, I did guarantee that her efforts won't be in vain, but I never specified just how much effort she would have to put forth. So it could take her an eternity, unless she gives up, of course. Well, anyway, make me a god. That kind of an honest wish would have gotten a perfect score from me. On the other hand, if I were to immediately turn a human into a god, their spirit would just fizzle out. A human would need to gradually get used to the pressure of being almighty, making short steps with their efforts. Perhaps our world is like an endless step paddler going down into the bottomless pit. You could go down slowly and cowardly, or you could hurry down to where the end is. But if you make a misstep, you will forever fall into the bottomless hell below. In a way, she was correct in taking the careful road. You see, it was just a little disappointing, just how careful she was. Since I wanted her to hurry down to the depths I found myself in. Okay. That girl worked very hard, but I think I overestimated her after all. Unfortunately, she was far from reaching the world I hoped for. But that's okay. So she created a new witch and sent her to me. Oh? Oh, that wasn't Angel. I just realized! That wasn't Angel voice! That was young and older Eva voices, both of them. She created a new witch. In a sense, she did. Wow! In a sense, she created the witch out of Enge. With her, like, actions, lack of actions, like, everything that happened with Enge, with her emotions towards Eva. Yeah. She's been catalyst for this. And also Maria, but without Eva being this way, she wouldn't, like, you know, need, like, Maria dairy and stuff, right? So in a sense, she did create the witch. Wow. Is that it? Is that truly it? Am I right? Let me know in the comments what do you think. Was it actually voice of both Evas? After that I drifted through countless worlds for quite some time. Sometimes I found humans that seems interesting, and so I asked them the same question. But I haven't met anyone who would ask for a wish that would surpass that of the girl. That is, until I met that child. Okay?